بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين كلما ذكر الذاكرون وكلما غفلان ذكر الغافلون أما بعد وقال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والقرآن الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واصبر على ما يقولون واهجرهم هجرا جميلا وقال تعالى إنك يضيق صدرك بما يقولون. My respected Muslims, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was always confronted in his life with difficulties, and in these times of difficulties Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would tell Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that wasbir kama sabara ulul azmi min ar-rusul. Make sabr, have patience, have tolerance, like the Anbiya alayhimus salatu wassalam, like the prophets before you. On one occasion, when Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala ajma'in were going through a lot of physical abuse and they were going through a lot of torture, and every time Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would tell them, have patience, Allah's help will come, always he would console them in this manner. At one occasion they came and they said, Ya Rasulullah, when will the help of Allah come? It's reached to the limits. When they came and they complained about this, Allah revealed the ayat. أَمَّا سِبْتُمْ أَن تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ وَلَمَّا يَأْتِكُمْ مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ خَلَوْا مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ مستهم البأساء والضراء وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول والذين آمنوا معه متى نصر الله ألا إن نصر الله قريب. Allah revealed the ayat telling them that look at the previous prophets, how much did they go through, how much conditions came on them, how much tests and trials came on them. And without tests and trials, you'll think you'll just enter into paradise? Yes. Have patience on this test and trials. And then, yes, surely the help of Allah will come. My respected Muslims, when you're living at a time or situation where Islamophobia it's at its peak, for us in every occasion of our life, we have to see the seerat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam do? How did he react? How did he handle these situations? If we look into the seerat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in there is guidance for us, and in there is a message also, both guidance and a message. Guidance is what to do at that point, and the message is to show that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a prophet of mercy towards the humanity. How merciful, how kind, how forgiving, how loving he was. And do you think, we see in Sirat, that by the accusations, false accusations, and by the torture and the confrontation of people, did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam stop doing what he was doing? Stop delivering the message? Stop interacting with people? Stop showing them his conduct and character? Stop showing how nice and kind and merciful and forgiving he was? We find that in the Seerah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the more the hardship came, the more soft, the more kind, the more forgiving, the more tolerance he showed. Once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he saw a dream, and in dream he sees that he's making Umrah. Nabi's dream is a wahi. So he told Sahaba, let's go for Umrah. Everyone got ready. Very anxious. A long time had passed that they had not seen Baytullah, they had not seen Umrah. So they came. Now when they came with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they reached to the point which is called Hudaybiyah. The camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sat down. It would not move forward. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, okay, let's camp here. When the people of Makkah found out that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has come and this is his intentions, they came. They said, you cannot enter into Makkah. It's not possible. Won't allow you this happen. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, okay, I will send someone who will speak with all your chiefs and will come to a conclusion. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Hazrat Usman radiallahu anhu. Now when Hazrat Usman radiallahu anhu went to talk to them, instead of them talking, they took him as a capturer. And they did not want to talk, they did not want to negotiate, they did not want to do anything at all at any point. So on this, Bayt al-Rizwan happened. And on this, in short, they told Hazrat Usman that, look, if you want, you can make Umrah. But Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions cannot make Umrah. That's our decision. Hazrat Usman said, how can I do it? It's not appropriate, it's against ethics that I have been told something and I go against that. No, I will not do it. When they came to negotiate with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, okay, let's write a treaty. And it said that min Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Abu Sufyan said, wait. Before you go more forward, if we had believed that you are Rasul and a Nabi, then we wouldn't write this treaty. Just write from Muhammad bin Abdullah, from Muhammad bin Abdullah. Ali was the one who was writing this. Rasulullah said, okay, Ali, raise this. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I don't have the courage to raise this. It's not. Rasulullah raised it with his own hands. And he said, okay, accept all the conditions they say. Everything what they say. Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala jameen got so depressed so depressed that we agreed to everything. And on this, while this was going on, that you will not make Umrah this year, you'll come next year. If anyone comes from Mecca to Medina, you'll send him back. But if anyone comes from Medina to Mecca, we will not send him back. The Muslims who are in Mecca, who are there, they cannot come to Medina. These type of conditions, they wrote all that down. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam accepted all the conditions. And when Sulh Hudaybiyah was over and they were returning back, Allah revealed, Inna fatahna laka fatham mubina. Hazrat Umar said that he came to Abu Bakr. He said, Abu Bakr, what's this? Aren't we on haqq? Isn't the help of Allah with us? And this to go live like this, it's really very humiliating and it's insult and it's very difficult. And then on top of that, Quran says, Inna fatahna laka fatham mubina. I don't understand. He came to Rasulullah and said, Ya Rasulullah, what's this? He said, Umar, don't you believe in Allah? Don't you believe in His Rasul? Don't you believe in the Quran that it's haqq? You'll see. On that Sulh Hudaybiyah, on that sabr, before this incident and after this incident. Before this incident, Muslims were 15 to 20,000 maximum. After this incident, within 2 years, at the time of Fatih Makkah, there was 125,000 Muslims. Fatih Sulh Hudaybiyah was Fathul Qulub. When Muslims make sabr, Allah opens the hearts of other people to see Islam. That is called Fathul Qulub. When you make sabr, when you have patience, when you have tolerance, Allah opens the other person's heart to see what Islam is. But if you react to it, then a person can never understand the beauty of Islam. Because it's against human's nature. It's against human nature that if someone suppresses you, or someone oppresses you, or someone tortures you, or someone who does injustice to you, that you don't react to that, that is against human nature. But to have sabr, to have patience, to have tolerance, and then to deal with that in a much more better manner, that is from the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is from the sunnat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is what the Muslims at this time, this is the greatest need of every Muslim. People who work at you, yes, they see the media saying something. They see a political candidate saying something. But you are a Muslim. Your character, your conduct, your way of dealing, your way of showing tolerance, that's what's going to affect another person's heart. That's what's going to change another person's heart. That way of conduct. When I was in the UK and in my father's funeral, they had closed the whole town. So after 3 o'clock, no one can come in time. No one can come into town. And it was a Friday, 4 o'clock, peak time. And people had to park their cars 1 mile, 1.5 miles away. So one white lady. She had to park her car somewhere to go somewhere. On the way she met Muslims and how people helped her, assist her, dealt with her, that changed her whole concept about Islam. She said, I had never seen in my life such respectful people. I have never seen in my life people such genuine and good. When someone comes in touch with you and someone who interacts with you, that's when they will get the true picture of Islam. The people who work with you, the people who you deal with, the people who you interact with daily, when they will see Islam in your life, your character, your conduct, that will change their views. That will change their concept. That will change that no. Islam and Muslims are the best people on the face of this earth. When it's our character and conduct. We need to uplift our character. We need to uplift our way of dealing, our way of approach, our way of interacting. When people will see that, their whole concept will change. And if we react to what anyone says or does, what's the difference between him and us? Allah says in one place in the Quran very nicely, وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. The servants of Allah walk on the face of this earth, they're down to earth people. Number one. Second thing, if anyone does anything which is arrogant or ignorant, how do they react to it? وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. To the action of ignorance and arrogance, they want peace and harmony for that person. And not only that, another quality of this, وَالَّذِينَ يَبِيتُونَ لِرَبِّهِمْ سُجَّدًا وَقِيَامًا. And at night, they pray for them. They pray towards Allah at night. In the day, they tolerate and they expect this, and at night, they pray for them. This is from the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How much of this do we have inside us? How much of this akhlaq, the character, the conduct, the welfare, the good of the humanity do we have inside us? See, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in one place in the Quran that kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas. We have made you the best amongst the humanity. Why? To benefit the humanity. To benefit every person. To be a well-wisher for every person. To want the best for every person. To go out of the way for every person. Be soft, be kind, be forgiving, be generous, be helpful. These are the things which touches a person's heart. Islam has spread by three things: akhlaq, muamalat, ma'asharat. The character, the conduct, and the dealings. No one is going to see how my ibadat is. That's between me and Allah. Salat is in the masjid. Zakat is in the Muslims. Hajj is a place where a non-Muslim cannot come. Fasting is between me and Allah. So ibadat is not the way for someone to understand Islam. Islam is through akhlaq, muamalat, and ma'asharat. These are three things. And that akhlaq, which is the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not us, that okay, I have to be nice with this, so what am I going to get in return? I have to be nice to this person because I have some hidden agenda or I have some expectations from this person. No. That akhlaq does not work. That's business. That's business mentality. That does not work. That akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which was always looking the best for the other person, always giving better to another person, more better than himself. One Ansari, he sent a bowl of milk. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in return filled that whole bowl with gold coins and sent it back to him. One Sahabi, his name is Hazrat Zubair radiallahu an. His neighbor was a Yahudi. So one day when he came to the house, the food was made. So he told his wife that, why don't you send it to the neighbor? And until you don't send it, I will not eat. This neighbor is not a Muslim. He's a non-Muslim. He's sending that. This was their character and this was their conduct. This is how they touch the hearts of people. My respected Muslims, we need to bring that inside us. We need to read the Sirat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We need to read the Quran and see the character and the conduct of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then bring that into our life. And when that character and conduct will come, it will only come under one condition: when our goal is akhirat, when our goal is not dunya, when our goal is the pleasure of Allah, and when our goal is akhirat, then it's very easy. But if our goal is dunya, then whoever you're going to meet, if he conflicts with your dunya, your mentality, you're gonna feel he's my competition, he'll hurt me, he'll do this. But if your concept is akhirat, you will not worry. You will sacrifice your dunya to make your akhirat and the akhirat of the other person. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me tawfiq also, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give all of us tawfiq to adapt and bring inside us the sabr and the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the wisdom and the high morals of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.